Fia.
Someone told me it was Fia. Yeah.
Fia?
So
Fia.
when I first was introduced to it, I was told it was Fia, but then the guy on stage seemed to be just saying Fie.
So I'm from the north of England, and Fia is how you would say fear, because we don't pronounce consonants properly. Or vowels.
So, I mean, but overall, this seemed like a replacement for Yarny. This was another super cute, emotional, fun indie game. And I really appreciated that. Like, the little guy was super cute, like little dog guy.
Well, and he's communicating with other animals, and that seems to play a big part in the game, which is adorable. Everyone loves that. I'm curious how that will all play out and like really what the objective is in the end. But what I found most interesting is this was tied to the initiative to, support creatives, give them a chance they wouldn't get otherwise, and also let the profits go back to them.
Yes,
which I think is great.
So it's like the Square Enix collective kind of thing.
Yeah, but
it seems like they're working the model a little bit differently. When I first saw Fie, they showed off concept art first, and I thought this looks a lot like Limbo. I mean, this looks exactly like Limbo meets Ori. But looking at the actual game in motion, it looks kind of like Tearaway, I felt.
Huh. And it uses sound in a very, what seems like a unique way. We didn't get to play it hands-on, but anything that uses music and sound to create these kind of emotional scapes, like I always think that's really exciting. It's very unique.
I mean, you can look at it now. It has a really kind of it's
like a fox.
Yeah, it's like a little fennec fox thing, kind of Pokemon. This is the bit where I thought it looked a lot like Tearaway, just in the way that the character moved. It's a very angular kind of world. But I'm definitely excited to see more. I'm also excited to see. Now that EA are putting more money behind these smaller studios, giving chances to games that maybe wouldn't get picked up by anywhere else. So I'm excited to see that. But in terms of AAAs, I mean, we got like the AAA Quake champions. The Big Daddy is back. Did anyone see that coming?
We
kind of.
I felt like I heard people at least like pretending like they knew it was coming.
Oh yeah, I knew about it.
Oh yeah, I totally knew about it.
Have you heard of QuakeCon? Yeah.
Well, there was like all those resumes like earlier this year. I guess there was like a mass hire at it, or they posted something that sort of inferred that they were working on Quake. I mean, it's been a long time coming. I think after Doom, this was like the perfect time for them to sort of re-announce that they're rebooting some stuff. And I think
after the success of Wolfenstein as well, and the New Order and the Old Blood.
Yep.
Kind of it made sense to go back to those old id properties.
And they're certainly chasing the hero shooter genre without really calling it as such. Which is maybe a smart move. I don't know that that's what Quake fans want, but maybe that won't matter in the long run if it just plays the same way. So
yeah, I hope it's going to be that. They said there'll be an unlocked frame rate on PC, I think they said.
Yeah, up to 120 hertz, which is blindingly fast.
Damn.
So. Wow.
But I mean, obviously, no gameplay, just the old CGI trailer, but we're going to hear more about it at QuakeCon. Another Bethesda reveal then. Prey. It's not Prey 2. It's Prey.
Prey again.
It's Arcane's reimagining. What did we think of the reveal?
That was such a cool trailer. Like, it was very moody, and like I love playing with time and kind of what your expectations are, because even within that trailer, I'm like, I'm not sure what's going on, and you're learning a little bit more about this story in this world, and it made me want to learn and know more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why they decided to call it Prey. I don't know that brand really draws a lot of attention.
I think it is a cool name, though. I think.
Sure, I'll give it that. But it does have this attachment.
Yeah.
But aside from that, the trailer was really interesting. It showed some stuff that the character himself seems to be the focal point. It's not mechanics. It's not something else. It's a guy who's really struggling through something, and he's not really sure what's going on. And so that kind of makes me interested because, well, I'm curious now. I want to know what's going on. So it'd be great to go on that journey with him.
But rather than just taking a name for a game that doesn't necessarily fit exactly, I think they could have taken another beloved franchise. They could have called it Battletoads. Also would have been really exciting.
I don't know that they could have called it Battletoads.
I'm interested to see how it plays out, because I mean, basically, it's Alien Isolation. You wake up on a craft. You're by yourself.
There seems to be some sort of
attack.
manipulation happening with this character, where he is both being manipulated, but also sort of he's out of sorts. So you don't know if he's actually being manipulated, or it's just in his head, or if he's doing it to himself. He greets himself in the mirror here.
Yeah, that was one of those Twilight Zone type twists.
It's very Black Mirror, I think.
Yeah,
it sort of reminded me of that surreal kind of weirdness.
Yeah, but Microsoft stage, we had. I mean, this was probably no surprise. They needed a Forza this year. Forza Horizon 3. Go to Australia.
Who saw that coming?
Not me.
Forza.
Cars.
Get out of town.
I am kind of disappointed that there wasn't like a giant supercar on stage, as they usually do. But, Forza Horizon, I think, is a fun game. I certainly prefer it to regular Forza, because I'm not a racing sim person, but the more arcadey feel, the music, I really like.
What is it about this that draws you in, considering that you like the last one?
To be honest, when I was playing the last one, because the last one, was it the music festival, the one before? When it's just the way that the music blends in really well. I mean, obviously
Okay.
the story bits are a bit with the little videos of people playing, but it's more fun. It's arcade, and the way that the drivatar, as awful as that word is, works. It's really fun to be able to see your friends playing alongside you and beating them, and it's like the classic. It's the ghosts that you like playing with. It's easy to play with friends.
So it's like The Crew.
R.I.P.
Let's not go there.
Yeah, I don't think the crew's around anymore. But
No, it's not.
No, I mean, it's just also the way that the cars handle is very satisfying. And I'm not by any means a big racing fan at all, but Forza Horizon I always think is a game that I can play and I'm not intimidated by, which I am by regular Forza.
I'm really waiting for the DLC. Since it's in Australia, either I get to have a kangaroo as my driver, or I get to ride a kangaroo, because I would totally do that.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That's an amazing idea, actually.
Just riding a kangaroo.
But we also saw Gwent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you think CD Projekt Red realized how popular that card game would be? Like,
Not when they first made it, no.
No.
But after looking at Hearthstone and
Yeah.
the ridiculous success of something like that, I think it was a foregone conclusion that was going to come.
They weren't inspired by Triple Triad?
Deep cut.
Where's that card game? I want that card game.
But no, I mean, it has a story mode and stuff. Do you think that's going to work well?
I don't know. Like, I mean, Witcher fans are going to play it. I don't know that anyone who's not into The Witcher will go for it,
Yeah.
since it's such a niche thing.
Yeah.
That was my
Um,
favorite part of Hearthstone. It was the single-player story missions, and that could be really interesting in Gwent, both getting you used to playing it and understanding the mechanics,
Yeah.
while not forcing you to play against other people.
So does the idea of 2 lanes? Oh no, that's a different game. Sorry, I'm confusing it.
I
Lanes or
think
MOBAs.
Dota.
It's
No, I was I was thinking of the Elder Scrolls Legends game.
Yes.
It's got 2.
yes.
That has 2 lanes.
Anyway.
I tried playing Gwent, but because you can not play it in the game, when I was playing Witcher 3, I did kind of forego it, and I always had people on Twitter going like, "Oh my god, this Gwent! Like, I'm
Do you
a Gwent
even Gwent?
master." Yeah, exactly. Like, get good at Gwent. But no. Xbox also revealed State of Decay 2. Were we expecting that?
Well, I mean, we knew that Undead Labs, the developer, was working on a successor. They were working on some kind of MMO type thing that was codenamed, I think it was Class 4. And they've been talking about that since State of Decay blew up Xbox Live and became like the best-selling downloadable game of all time on Xbox Live. So we knew something else was coming from them. I'm a little surprised that, I am surprised and also not surprised that they called it State of Decay 2. Obviously, State of Decay sold well, so maybe labeling it as such will allow people to like find it better and give it a little bit more press. But I really liked State of Decay and it worked really well, and I'm totally excited to play this one.
Did any of you guys play Grow Home?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't, but I like the cutesy platformer style, so when Grow Up was announced,
Yeah.
well, it leaked. I mean, in the great leakening, it was one of the revealed games. What do you think?
Well, so Grow Home had sort of a very awkward control scheme, which was part of the charm of it. And I guess I'm really curious how that game is going to evolve, because Grow Home on its own, I think, stands fairly well. Like, I don't think it needs a sequel. So if Grow Up has something different, then I'll be really excited. If it's just more of the same, I don't know that that's enough to make me want to go back in. It's a game that's fun, but it's not a game that's got a whole lot of depth to it.
I was going to say it was like a relatively short game, but I think this one's going to be a full-priced game, judging by the Amazon.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Oh.
they must have
I was
beefed it up
hoping
a
more
bit.
for a new mechanic, because Grow Home
Right.
did that so well, and like I loved playing it. I loved enjoying that experience, and it was the right length because it also could get
Yes.
very tiring.
Yeah.
I would have wanted to see something different when they're calling it a different name. Like I would have imagined like, oh, we're gonna burrow into the ground or something different. But
Yeah. In our
That's a dig
Ubisoft
down, the sequel.
in our Ubisoft pre-show, we were saying it's been a while since we've seen Trials, and
Yeah,
then bam, out they
Oh,
came with that
man.
reveal. Dean Evans from Far Cry Blood Dragon.
tracksuits.
Oh
So
wow!
amazing. Those outfits were A+.
I'd like to think that they went shopping for those together.
You know they did.
Oh yeah.
Or Dean bought both of them.
Yes.
Clearly.
So Trials of the Blood Dragon. Is it enough to bring us back to Trials?
Yeah, I love Trials anyway. So new courses and a new aesthetic, I'm totally sold.
Yep.
But it
I'm
seems
just a
like
sucker.
it's not just bikes anymore. It's kind of these buggy tank things. You can also get out, so you can go by foot, and you have to shoot things.
Oh, it looks so good. It's like someone threw up the 80s onto Trials. It's so good.
Sweet pre-order bonus.
Yeah, right.
To be honest, I would love if they actually did create those. That would be incredible.
Dragon action figures, yep.
And Ubisoft's other big unannounced project was, I did not see this coming, Steep.
I don't think anybody saw it coming because it's like an MMO extreme sports game. Like,
Yeah.
but it's cool. Like, I think it's a weird idea. When somebody said it to me, I was like, oh, that's dumb. But then you watch people play it, and it's kind of funny, and it seems like it would be easy to jump into. And I'm actually more excited hearing, especially our other editors who got to try it out.
Yeah, they made it sound like a whole lot of fun. They sort of, talked about emergent co-op stuff similar to, what was the example Mike used? I don't know, but yeah, it does sound really fun. Yeah, that. I think you compared it to GTA Online.
Oh yeah, just kind of like the crazy,
Wow.
all out people.
Yeah.
And watching people bite it and die because they would not survive this.
Also
if
in
you
some
miss.
kind of like photo mode to sort of manipulate the bodies as they're crumbling to the ground.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks really. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big extreme sports fan, but I do like messing around in multiplayer with my friends. So.
I mean, this looks like the sort of thing where it's going to be the physics and the sort of other, the unrealistic things that occur.
Yeah.
So I don't think you really need to be a sports fan because I don't really follow extreme sports, but this looks really fun.
Yeah.
I do this every weekend.
Yeah. I wondered
Yeah.
what you got up to on your time
It's
off.
not all cool like you.
That's why all of my I don't stand up. My legs are broken.
And that's why you don't take your shoes off either.
Yeah, they're grafted in.
A little brief chat about the VR that Sony revealed. Batman VR. Alfred,
Yeah.
bring the VR around is the best joke that I ever made. Would you prefer just another Arkham game, or is this a nice twist on the games, the franchise?
I'd be into it if it was like it was Batman VR, but you weren't playing as Batman, like you were playing as Alfred or someone else.
Or just having to watch Bruce Wayne go out and just go,
Right.
oh, he's going to be late for dinner again.
Right. I feel like making you Batman is the obvious choice, and I feel like there are now like going to be so many VR experiences where you're action hero flipping around doing whatever. Like we're getting Doom and Fallout and like
We're not getting Doom. That was just an experience. That was not like
we're getting a Doom experience
Yeah.
and Fallout. So I would totally play like an Alfred simulator in VR.
Resident Evil 7 is the only VR thing that was shown at the show that matters at all.
Ooh,
That's true. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Of course, if you want more news, impressions, developer interviews from this year's E3, make sure you keep your eyes peeled to GameSpot.